always easy to do. My name is Mike. I live in Seattle. My last full year of working as a high school teacher in 2015, my gross annual pay was $72,000 a year.
All right, we'll just stop it over here. Hold on a second. We'll just stop it over here.
Yeah, it's very simple. About
hold on, guys.
More than you have coming in.
And this is a good shot right here. So anyway, so he's I think he said he's a high school teacher. Well, you know, both my brothers, they're a lot older than I am, but they both were high school teachers. One of them, he taught in Dallas, Texas, but then he passed away. And then my older brother, he was teaching high school. Well, anyway, it doesn't matter where he was teaching at, but he quit because of the students. He said they were getting so. Well, anyway, that's what he told Mom, is that they were getting so, like, the high school students, the boys, they were getting so, like, if they wanted to start problems, they wanted to fight all the time and just push the teacher and like, just try to, just a lot of times. And my brother, my oldest brother, he's 6'3", and they just always wanted to challenge. I don't know what it is, but they think, they see him, so they think, he's a big guy or whatever, or a tall guy, and he is. But they always seem to want to, like, I guess because the high school kids, they see him and they think he's like, but he, I don't know what it is, but they always want to start, have something against something, or I don't know what it is. They always want to start something with him, and he's a teacher, he's a high school teacher. He can't, it's ridiculous, and it's a lot. So anyway, he just got tired of it, and he ended up starting his own mortgage company. He worked for a while for someone else, and then after that he started his own mortgage company. But when he was a school teacher, he worked at a different my other brother that passed away, the one he was working in Dallas, he made, he did it all right, and he loved, he really enjoyed it, and he really did love it. All the kids loved him. All the students, they all went to his funeral. He actually had to have 2 funerals, one there at the school. Anyway, but I don't want to get into it. But anyway, I'm getting off topic, so let's get right to it. My older brother, anyway, he was actually struggling financially, because he has his wife and his kid, and he's struggling. I mean, they barely had enough money for food, and they were really struggling. And he's a school teacher, high school teacher, but with a lot of expense, and they're really starting off, and they have the newborn and all this and that, and so, like, years later, like during that time, he started working for this insurance company, and later on he learned, and my oldest brother is probably, I mean, he has master's degrees, and he has like 4 different like underwriting, like, I don't know, he does like underwriting, he does mortgage, he has his realtor's license, he has his broker license, he has he does all that stuff, insurance, he does he does like 7 different things. And he's told me before, but there's so many things, I mean, I can't, anyway. So he switched, but he always goes to, like, he always studies, and he always goes, he just enjoys that, and he's really good at it, just like my cousin. But anyway, my oldest brother, anyway, after that, he said, well, I could do this myself, and he started his own mortgage company, and like the first year, he made $250,000, and then after that, he got lucky, made millions, and then years down the line, well, I'm gonna skip some parts because some of it's personal, but then anyway, and then his wife, they both started working together, and then anyway, and it ended up being they're very well known, and they're very wealthy. They're very rich. I mean, he's a millionaire now. But things like this, I like when Shelby Church does stuff. Like, I never watch her videos unless it's like renovations, anything with like housing, or her dad, because her dad, I mean, he's so knowledgeable, and just, I mean, this is the difference between the boys and the men. and all these people that you see on TikTok, social media, YouTubers, they may have money, but they're not a man. You know what I mean? You can be rich at any age, but you're not a man. You know what I mean? And I see a lot of guys, I'm not going to mention any YouTubers' names because it'll just give them more clout, give them more attention, give them more notoriety. I can't even say the word anymore, but anyway, it gives them more attention and they don't need it because that's what they base off of, just money, but they never learn anything. And with him, just listening to him and seeing some of the things and the way he lives his life, the things he's done, the things that he knows, seeing him, do stuff and actually have that motivation to do that, you can tell that this is the difference between the society or the generation now compared to this, because this is what I'm grown into. I was thrown into this. My brothers are much older than I am. My parents, were thrown into this, this type, if we don't have the money, then do without, and just if we don't have it, then we won't do it, and not even then, like, even if we do have it. But my older brother, like I said, in time, money will change you. That's what one thing as well. Now, he's still a millionaire, he does his own thing, but I have noticed, and that's why me and him are, we don't argue, but we're at a disagreement on things, and a lot of things, because back then he wasn't like that when he was poor and didn't have anything. And then now that he has all this, he believes that, maybe that he's better than people. And he believes that. And it's sad because to think that just because you have, just because you do 100 million in sales a year doesn't mean, or if you did 250 million in your lifetime in sales, it doesn't mean that you're better than someone else. Because I remember when now that's personal. I guess I shouldn't say that. But anyway, there's a lot of things. It's hard because when I did this video right now, I should have planned it a little bit better, because I can't really. But let's just say he asked for money and he never gave it back when he was poor. So, and then he was, begging for money too. So I'm not saying anything, but anyway, I shouldn't say that. But so now that he has everything, house in Arizona, the Time Lodge here and California and New Mexico and Texas and all this and that, has cars, has all this stuff. But the dumb stuff about this is that he instead of paying it, he's just taking out, like, just borrowing money and just building it up and up and up and up. And, thank God he's in the insurance business, but still, it's not, you shouldn't just have such a burden and then you have to worry about it when you have plenty of money now. But then you just buy more and more and do things that you shouldn't do and then worry about it and then get in the same situation that you were when if you make 1,000 a month and you said, man, if I just made another 1,000, it'd be great, right? Then you make 10,000 a month and then you're like, you spend that much more money, right? And then you make 50,000 a month and you make that much more money, you spend that much more, and you start doing things like, oh, well, I'm going to do this loan here. I'm going to buy this boat. I'm going to buy this ATV. I'm going to buy the trailer. I'm going to buy the motorhome, the camper, the RV. And you start spending so much money that you owe on all these things. Sometimes you can buy it out, but you start looking and you're like, okay, I got to pay taxes though too, right? And, before you know it, with the insurance, the healthcare, half your money's gone already. And you're left with this portion. And that's where a lot of people get caught up on, is that all that money they made is not 100% theirs. It's really, you only, at the end of the day, after, utilities, expenses, you only get really 35% of the money at all, 33% at tops. And so whatever it says, that's very basically all you get. And what my brother loves to do is that do dumb stuff like have a beautiful house and then sell it to get a bigger house on the other side of the country club, or up the road on the country club, and have it already paid for. And then instead of putting the money on that, they just pay it out. And it's like, so just spin but then worry. That's all I'm saying.